Israeli President Isaac Herzog showed the BBC Adolf Hitler's book Mein Kampf during an interview, claiming that it was found on the body of one of the Hamas militants.
This book was found just a few days ago in northern Gaza, but all I'm saying is by omitting to understand what Hamas ideology is all about.
Let's discuss this with Alex, reporter for political analyst Namani. Thanks for joining us on the programme today. So, as we just heard, the Israeli president claims that Adolf Hitler's Mein Kampf was found on the body of a Hamas militant. What do you make of this claim?
Well, I'm amazed they found a book under all the rubble, to be honest. I mean, Israeli propaganda, to me, is very unconvincing and is failing. But that doesn't stop the shelling and slaughtering of people. I mean, this doesn't prevent Israel from, killing more people and injuring people on a daily basis, no matter how in overdrive the Israeli propaganda machine is. This is quite comical, is what he's saying.
Do you expect a strong response after these claims he's making about finding this book? Do you expect any of those who support Palestine to suddenly have a change of heart?
Well, I mean, we have to look at it that the European Union and the United States are in sync with the Israeli propaganda machine. But something has changed here. 20 years ago, when they were looking for weapons of mass destruction, it was easy to deflect the media and put them in places where they needed them to, propagandize the people. But things have changed. Social media, major images are coming out of killed children, slaughtered families, 10,000 deaths and rising. We're not even talking about the hundreds of thousands of people that have been injured. So the propaganda machine is different today, even though a bulk of the major media outlets in the United States are owned by Israelis. The message is getting out. It's unconvincing, and the public are taking to the streets in every major city around the world.
The BBC, the presenter who conducted the interview, is coming under a bit of criticism for not challenging him on this claim of finding this book. Do you think they could have gone down a bit harder on him, or is it the wrong time, wrong place?
I mean, the BBC reporter interviewer, I haven't really seen that, but I think it's probably in his best interest, if he wants to continue to get a paycheck from the BBC, to not challenge. We have seen some extraordinary coverage by, the average independent, crowdfunded, freelance journalists inside of Gaza, reporting throughout the mainstream media on using even their outlets. I've seen a change in the narrative that some news outlets, even in the United Kingdom, can no longer toe the Israeli line, and they are coming into the center. So it's kind of good to see that there is a start to balance news, but I understand where the BBC reporter is coming from. He's probably out there to protect his job.
The Israeli president said that the IDF is observing humanitarian law in Gaza because it's warning civilians to move to the south before it conducts strikes. How accurate would you say that claim is?
Once again, inaccurate. I mean, you're shutting off mobile lines. I mean, what do they expect people that have been mowed down by tanks, buildings that have been obliterated from the skies? I mean, how do they expect the information to get to these people? Look on their mobile phones and then magically say, okay, we have to get out of here. Go where? Where are they supposed to go? There is nowhere to hide here. And that's the problem here. This is a very failed attempt. The propaganda machine is failing at convincing the public, and we are seeing nations and people finally stand up and say, all right, we got it. We see what you're doing here. It's not going to work this time.
Alex, reporter for political analyst, many thanks for joining us on the programme. It's good to see you.